Hi guys and welcome to episode 4 of my Giant Killers series with US Alessandria Calcio 1912 on FM16. And as was the case with my Fram video, and as will be the case with one more video, that is a new series that will be coming up in a couple of days' time, I actually recorded some content and the microphone had issues and it didn't record any sound. So I was obviously hoping to come to you with the Pro Patria game, which would have marked the beginning of the winter break. And then I was hoping to come to you with the Alto Adige game. But unfortunately that has not been possible because of the issue with the recordings. However, we have got a live com today. Hopefully to make up for that. So obviously in the last episode, we were thrashed 5-1 by Cremonese, which brought to an end our good run of form, obviously unbeaten throughout the season up until that point. And we'll get through to that in a second. Actually, yes, we'll do that. We'll do it in order. I was going to go to the transfers, but the transfers happened after a few of these games. So we'll do it in order. So the first game after that 5-1 demolishing against Cremonese was the Serie C Cup second round tie against Cittadella. Cittadella were near the bottom of the table at this point in time, I believe, and we couldn't beat them. We were knocked out at the second round thanks to a 1-0 defeat. Pretty even game. Not much to say about it, really. Disappointing to get knocked out in only the second round of the Serie C Cup when I feel that we were probably one of the favourites in that competition. Next up was a league game against Cuneo, which we narrowly lost 3-2. We had lots of shots, not the best shot accuracy. They took the lead with Rinaldi on the 8th minute. We equalised, and then instant reply from them to make it 2-1. We equalised again just after half time, but then they got what was to be the winner on the 62nd minute and handed us our second league defeat of the season. Next up was a game against Bassano, and this handed us another league defeat, a 2-1 defeat this time. So you can see that apart from the Cremonese game where we were thrashed 5-1, the defeats weren't actually by big margins. And we were actually winning this game for 83 minutes of it. Junko gave us the goal that put us in front on the 2nd minute. Bassano then just battered our doors down, and we conceded 2 very late goals to lose 2-1. See the goals coming in 85th and 89th minute. Next up was another game against Cittadella. Obviously we played them in the Cup at home, and we played them in the league at home as well, and we lost to them in that one too. 3-1 defeat this time, so a bit of a bigger margin of defeat. And to be fair, they deserved this one. There's nothing else I can say apart from that. Corrali giving them the lead, Laura extending that to 2-0, Marconi getting one back for us, and then they got a penalty with 3 minutes left to confirm their victory. The next game I hoped would spark a turnaround against Albino Leffe. We actually managed to win this one. So back to winning ways after a run of a few defeats, and they actually took the lead through Domenico Danti. But Michel Marconi equalised just before half-time, in stoppage time in fact, in the first half. Then Antonio Magli own goal put us 2-1 up. Ricardo Bacalon made it 3-1. And then they got a consolation goal with Antonio Magli making up for his own goal early in the game. We probably didn't deserve to get the victory. A draw would have probably been a fairer result, but not complaining about that whatsoever. Nice victory for us. Ricardo Bacalon got man of the match also. Next up was a clash, I think it was a top of the table clash. It wasn't like top 2 or anything like that, but we're both in the top 6, I would say, against Renat. It was at home, and we narrowly lost this 1-0. Ayman Napoli getting the winner in the 13th minute. Even game again, it was really not much in it. You could see that we were both going to be challenging for the top of the table. Next up was a thrilling game against Pordenone. 3-3 draw. So 6 goals in it. And they took the lead through Pedersoli on the 17th minute. Maras equalised for us just on the stroke of half time. Marconi putting us in the lead on the 48th minute, and then they equalised thanks to Strazzolo on the 62nd minute. We got a penalty on the 82nd minute. I thought, great, another victory. Maras put it away, and then Pedersoli equalised with 2 minutes of normal time remaining. I'm very pleased with the number of shots that we had. Possession a bit meh, and probably a fair result in the grand scheme of things, 3-3. Next up, and this was supposed to be the live com, and it would have been a thrilling live com for you. 3-0 victory against Pro Patria, so back to the form that we started the season with, really. And Johnny Manfran, Michel Marconi and Manuel Maris, the 3 M's, getting on the score sheet. You can see we stopped Pro Patria from creating anything, really. They had 5 shots, 3 of them on target, to our 19 shots. And Roberto Sabato was man of the match, getting himself an assist at left back, trying to catch up to Sosa's assist tally, which I'll get into very shortly. Next up was another win against Pro Piacenza. It was a narrow win, a 1-0 victory. And Ricardo Boccolon getting on the score sheet again. Manuel Maris, incidentally, is one of our best players. He's been getting player of the matches here, there and everywhere, and getting very high ratings throughout. Possession, thrashed them on that. And another victory, which is beautiful. Next we came up against Mantova, the team that we played in the first live com of this series, the first live com in the league of this series, and we thrashed them 3-0. Boccolon, Maris and Bonaperti getting the goals. Maris again, man of the match, 9.0 rating again, and you can see from the number of shots we had, if we hadn't won this one, hairdryers would have been flying around the dressing room like nobody's business. Beating on possession also, very impressed with the number of chances that we created. Next up was a game against 18th place Lumezan, and we managed to thrash them, thankfully. The game was over before half time, really. Managing 23 shots, 9 on target, 54% of the possession. Maris, Siri and Boccolon are getting the goals. Maris and Siri's goals coming within a minute of each other in the first 5 minutes of the game, and then Boccolon getting a third and final goal on the stroke of half time. Very good result for us there, and Alex Siri was in fact man of the match, the 9.0 rating. Manuel Maris is still up there with 8.7 and 1 goal to his name, of course. Next up was against another lowly rated team, 17th place Jana Aminio, and we really should be winning these games against the teams that are that low in the league. You can see we took the lead with Massimo Leviso. Was this the cracking goal? I think it's going to be slow for me. Oh, there we go. Okay. Just load this goal up because this was a pretty good goal. Obviously, I don't have the capabilities of doing 3D, unfortunately. But in 2D, I'm sure you can see it too. Leviso obviously whipped the ball in, headed clear by the defender, and further clear. Leviso takes a touch, another touch, and boom! Right in the top left-hand corner of the goal. Best goal I've seen so far this season for us. And that was his first goal for us also. And that warranted him getting the player of the match. But unfortunately, that wasn't a winner. Bonalumi equalised for Jana Aminio late in the game. Pretty even game. Very, very dirty game. Number of fouls, 22 by us. Maybe that was why we didn't manage to win. And then the previous game I just played, which was also going to be live com, so you haven't really missed out on that one, which was a 0-0 ball draw against Alto Adige, who I believe are 1 place below us in the league. I'll just go into the game just so you can see the stats and everything like that, and see that Manuel Maris picked up another man of the match and an 8.4 rating. And draw, probably a fair result. Our shot accuracy absolutely awful in that one. 1 shot on target out of 9. And today's game is against 8th place Reggiana. So we're currently sitting in 5th with a game in hand over the teams above us, and victory can take us up to 2nd if we win by 2 clear goals. And the team we're playing are in 8th with 33 points. So hopefully we can manage to get the result today. We have got we've got an interesting game coming up. I'm not sure how far away it is, but the game against Cremonese, obviously, it's an important game in terms of the league and also in terms of revenge for this embarrassing scoreline. It's that game there. But today's game is against Reggiana, so we will get into that one after almost slipping my mind everything I've got to do because it's going to be such a big catch-up episode. Transfers. I didn't actually go through them. So we signed Giuseppe Pugliese on a free transfer. He is a left back. He was recommended to me by an agent or one of my scouts, something like that, and he looks pretty damn good. Is a risky move considering our finances are in the poo-poo at the moment, but hopefully he can be good cover for us with Sabato obviously being our first choice left back. And then we got Simone Manelli on loan from Fiorentina. This was because in Italy you have a rule in the squad registration where you can have 5 under-21 players, and some of our 5 under-21 players are absolutely terrible. You have to have a minimum of 5, and he was recommended to me again by my scouts, Simone Manelli, attacking midfielder, and he's pretty damn good. So hopefully he'll get a bit more action. He's played once for us, got like a 6.6 rating, so not that good. In terms of outgoings, we do practically have to sell anyone that anyone offers to give us money for due to our financial situation. Alessandro Sala moved to Frosinone for 17,000. Salah was in fact in our under 18 squad, and he wasn't playing for us. Obviously, he is going to be a superstar in the future. Well, he was going to be a superstar in Serie C, so I don't know how good he'll be in Serie A, but I was happy with just getting any money from 17,000. Doesn't appear that much, but I don't think it was valued that highly at the time. Obviously, it's gone up because of the transfer fee they paid for him and the fact that they're in Serie A. I'll just show you the finances quickly. So obviously not very good. Almost £1 million in the red, which really means that we have to win Serie C this season, and even then that's not going to be enough to get us back in the black because that only gets us £107,000. But it's £107,000 that we need. I'm not sure how much money the owners have or anything. Hopefully they can pump some money in to get us in the black, but I'm not sure if they've got that much money. I was also going to look at the squad and show you the stats, overall stats. Okay, so goalkeeper Emmanuel Nordi is obviously the player that's played the most for us with 24 appearances, closely followed though by Gianni Manfran, who's played 24 games, one off the bench though, and Alex Siri with 23. And in terms of goals, our top goal scorer is Michel Marconi, who is coming back from a bit of time off due to injury. Should be back to full fitness in 3 days, so he won't be playing in this one. Closely followed by Ricardo Boccolon, of course, who was his replacement. Manuel Maris on 7, and then a few players on 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And in terms of assist machine is Christian Sosa, the right back, obviously playing at wing back, and it's showing that he loves that position really. 9 assists in 20 appearances is pretty damn good for a right back. Closely followed, well, not closely followed at all, followed by Manuel Maris and Roberto Sabato, who are both on 5 assists each. Player of the matches, Manuel Maris leading the way on that one with 4. I think he also leads the way on average rating as well. He does 7.7 average rating, which is awesome. Christian Sosa on 7.5 as well. Lots of players are above 7, which is very good. In terms of pass percentage, Andrea Cittadino is sitting on 90%. That is because he's only made 5 sub-appearances this season. Best player that's actually made starts is Adriano Mezzavia with 84% pass percentage. Tackles per game, Roberto Sabato, the best player that's made starts, 5 tackles per game. No, not really interested in dribbles made. Shots on target ratio, 75% for Roberto Sabato. Well done. Now, who's our naughty boys? Mezzavia, 9 yellow cards. I think 10 gets him a ban, doesn't it? They're one yellow card away from suspension. So is it if you get over 5, because they've got 5 already, so if they get a sixth, they're both going to be suspended, and they're both our centre-backs, which is slightly concerning. No red cards this season, which is very good indeed. And we have had a few unhappy players. Adriano Metavia was one of them, but we started playing him first team football because, fortunately for him, Gianluca Nico actually picked up an injury. I think he's back from that injury now. Yeah, he's fit now. But Gianluca Nico picked up an injury, so Adriano Metavilla came in to cover for him, and that got rid of his unhappiness. Ferdinando Vito Francesco has made a transfer request, so he's slightly unhappy too. Obviously, he plays in the same position as Christian Sosa, and I'm not going to be taking him out unless he gets injured. So if Sosa gets injured, Vito Francesco can very happily have some first team football. But until that happens, he's not going to get anywhere near it. However, he is going to get closer to it than a few of the players that I've sent down to the under-20s because they're unhappy. And Timo Junko, if you remember, was actually starting for us at the beginning of the season, but he's since been replaced by Monoperti Maris and... oh my god, his name... Fishnala. There we go. Absolute mind blank there. So he's unhappy, so I've moved him down to the under-20s, and he's not actually registered to play for the first team. And there was an offer in for him. He's like the lowest valued of the 3 players that I've sent down to the under-20s due to unhappiness. There was an offer of like 17,000, something like that, for him, and I accepted it, but he didn't agree contract with them. His contract expires in the summer, so he'll just be going for free. Just getting rid of him. Next up, Vedran Seliak, who again is a right back, so he's even further away from the first team than Vito Francesco. He is actually valued at £190,000, so he could be quite useful in terms of selling him. Obviously, we're in such a financial state that any money we get from transfers is helpful, so I will be trying to pass him on to some unlucky person in the summer for hopefully at his value, £190,000. That would be extremely helpful. And the final person that is unhappy is Simone Branca. He's just recently become unhappy, in fact. He has been getting a few sub appearances, but nothing major and not really going to break into the first team. He's valued at £170,000 too, and his contract's not up for another 2 years, so hopefully we can get rid of him at full value too. I think that's everything I wanted to catch up on. A very big recap. Sorry about that, guys, but technology, what can you do? So let's get into today's game against Reggiana. So as you can see, we are 5-4 favourites for this game, and Reggiana are 7-4. And the prediction says that he thinks it'll be a draw. Severio Pace from the Italian Football Review. Our key man is obviously Manuel Maris, because he has been awesome this season. And their key man is Rachid Armour, who's got 14 goals in 21 games so far this season. So quite a handy striker for them, I see. Definitely need to mark him. As I said, we can go up to second with a victory today, and obviously with a game against Cremonese on the horizon, that would be helpful to stay in touch with them. First, we've got to focus on Reggiana. So our team for today: Nordi in goal, Sosa obviously at right wing back, the assist machine, Manfran and Siri, who will be in trouble if they get yellow cards today, because obviously they'll be banned for the next game. Sabato at left back, Metavi and Leviso in the middle, Manuel Maris, the star man, the high average rating, player of the match getting superstar. I can't remember his first name. Fishnala in attacking centre midfield, and Bonaperti on the left. Boccolon is complete forward up top. We have got Nico, who's back from an injury, on the bench. Marconi, who's just about back from an injury, on the bench. Minelli, the new loan signing, and Pugliese as well, the new free transfer signing guy. Advice the team. Always tight marking. Well done, assistant. That's what I would have done. Continue the team talk. Ask Monsieur, not Monsieur, I don't know what Mr. is in Italian. Mr. Finney. Ask Mr. Finney to take the team talk. Okay, so the game has begun. And we just realised that a point will move us up to third place, because our goal difference must be better than... oh no, it's our head-to-head against Alto Adige and Mantova, isn't it? In Italy, they work on head-to-head over goal difference. No action in the first 5 minutes as of yet. Hopefully we're going to start creating some chances. Okay, we've got a corner. Leviso whips it in. Headed clear. Maris is there. Fishnala. Is that Maris? Scramble in the box. Bonaperti. Can he get it back in there? Plays it back to Sosa, who gives the ball away to Mogos. Not like him at all. Massive scramble in the box there. Just couldn't do anything. I thought maybe Fishnella had been tripped up when he stopped and lost the ball, but it wasn't to be. Boccolon receives the ball from the throw-in from Sosa. It's Maras to Sabato. Shoots. Rossini saves and cleared by Frascatore. I don't know why my laptop's lagging. Apologise for that, guys. We are clearly on top in this one. Let's hope we can make it count. 60% of the possession so far. 3 shots, 1 on target. This game feels like it's going very slowly. Sabato with the throw-in on the left-hand side. Fishnala. Bonaperti. Leviso on the edge of the box. Is that blocked? I think it was. And now it's a chance for Reggiana to come away with the ball. Sabato intercepts well, but thought he was going to get tackled there. He plays it back to Nordi. Nordi with a long ball forward towards Boccolon. Headed away by Bartolomei. Mezzavia now. Bonaperti. Sabato on the overlap with a chance to cross it. Sabato, brilliant run. Sabato shoots and he scores! 1-0. Roberto Sabato with his first goal of the season, more renowned for his assists, but a goal that is very important and puts us level on points with Renat. Who I believe I previously said if we win by 2 goals we could go above, but realising that it's the head-to-head rule, we can't actually go above them because they beat us. But third, not complaining about that. For now, 1-0 up, and we're looking good for our lead at the moment. Touch wood. 6 shots, 2 on target. Had most of the possession too, so we just need to make sure we don't do anything silly. I'll let Reggiana into the game somehow. Half an hour gone. They've got a free kick though. This could be their chance to get back into the game somehow. Nordi collect that easily there. Can he start an attack for us? He's looking for options. Ball towards Bonaperti. Won by the defender there though. Mezzavia gets a header and that's cleared by Frascatore. Loire flicks that on. Fishnala gets the ball at his feet. Gives it to Maris. Out wide right, who goes past his defender and plays a beautiful through ball to Boccolon. It's Ricardo Boccolon. Oh, over the bar. A brilliant play from Maris to get round that defender there. It is a shame that he's actually on loan, Manuel Maris. Would have been good if he was a permanent member of our team. Might have to have a look to see when his contract runs out, actually. Not that he'd want to come to us, although he is at Spezia in Serie B, so if we get promoted he might want to come to us. Sosa throws the ball to Boccolon, plays it back to Maris. Maris is going to try and shoot, but he got tackled. Fishnala's got the ball now for us. He's going to play it out wide, is he? Yes, he is, to Mezzavia. Sabato was so far forward then. Sabato plays it through to Bonaperti. It's Boccolon. Took too long. Leviso, Fishnala, Sabato with another chance to get the ball in. Gives it to Bonaperti, but Anguli intercepted well for Reggiana there. And Siega comes with the ball. Siega. Almost half time. 1-0 up. And looking good for it. Let's just blow your half time whistle, ref. Come on, let's get us in there. Let's give the lads some encouragement. There we go, 1-0 half time. And Finney's going to tell them to improve in the second half, it appears. And Manfran looks delighted at that. That's good that Manfran and Siri haven't been booked yet. I say, yeah, they do tend to get cards in the second half of games. In terms of performance, Boccolon not having the best of days. Would bring Marconi on. Might bring him on later. He's not really up for starting the game yet. Might give him 10 minutes. He's not actually obviously resumed full training yet, so it's a bit of a risk to bring him on at all. Boccolon, the only underperforming player, really. That's only slightly underperforming. And no one really looking in bad condition, so we'll get in the way for the second half. See what it brings us. Hopefully we can extend our lead. These 1-goal leads do unnerve me a little bit. And it's Reggiana kick off for the second half, of course. Siri with a good interception there. Plays it to Fishnala. Maras now, who is our second best rated player today on the 7.0 after Sabato, obviously the goal scorer. Come on guys, let's create some chances. Mogos has got a throw in for Reggiana. He gives it to Armour. It's Anguli now. Siega in space. He shoots. First time as well, and that was close. Might just encourage them. Why is there an option to give none? Like you're just going to go, "Oi, lads!" and then stand there silently. Odd. They've made a change. They've took Mr. Sega off the pitch. Coming up to 60 minutes, Reggiana have committed 10 fouls. It's a nice little stat that we've been given. They do appear to be getting into this game, which is concerning. Frascatore on the left to Loire. Or Loy. Loire. And game is lagging. Mogos to Bruccini. Sounds like a bread. It's Armour off the post. And Manfran clears there. Okay, this is not good. Make substitution. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Bring Nico on for Mezzavia. And we'll leave it at that for now. They have a throw in on the left hand side with Mogos. Gives it to Frascatore. Back to Mogos. Bruccini now. Frascatore. And Bonaperti intercepts that well. Gives it to Maris. Fishnala. Long ball. Brilliant pass to Boccolon. Boccolon with a chance. That's why he's got a 6.5 rating today. I believe he had a chance like that in the first half and skied it too. Very disappointing stuff from Ricardo. So free kick. Rossini, the goalkeeper, taking it. Siri wins the header, but it's gone straight to Bruccini. It's Anguli now. Anguli plays it to Bartolomei. Arms in space, Sabato covering well there. Clears it to Bonaperti. Fishnala, is this a chance for a counter for us? Leviso to Maras. Give it to Boccolon. No, Maras running himself, gives it to Boccolon eventually. It's Boccolon, hopefully he's not going to waste it. Tried to play to Maris. He's won the ball back though. Boccolon. He's going to shoot, isn't he? No, he's not. He gives it to Maris. It's Maris. Manuel Maris shoots. Saved by the goalkeeper. Oh no! Hit the post. Hit the post. Manuel Maris. Almost. Reggiana definitely have come back into this in the second half. It's Armour receives the ball from a throw-in from Andrioni. It's back to Andrioni though. Anguli. Bartolomei. Plays it to Bruccini. Out wide to Anguli again. Cuts inside. Armour. Andrioni with a chance to cross. Can anyone tackle them? It's Anguli, crosses it in, Manfran heads it clear, Braccini's there. There's a bit of a scramble and Mogos eventually gets the shot away. But it's wide. And Leviso is looking a bit too tired for my liking. We'll bring Mr. 90% pass success, Andrea Cittadino, on. And Boccolon's rating's gone up a little bit. We may have to replace Fishnale. He's looking a bit tired, so we might bring Manelli on in a little bit as a Cagney. But not yet. That would mean we don't have to risk Marconi. And obviously he's not going to be in top form when he's not actually completely fit. So just over 20 minutes left, and we are narrowly winning this one, despite Reggiana coming back into it in the second half. But I would be a lot happier and a lot calmer if we do manage to get a second goal. No highlights in the past 10 minutes. We're still on top in possession, on top in shots as well. Not many on target, which is always our thing. I think we're going to take Fishnella off now. His conditioning is drastically deteriorating. And we'll bring the loan signing on. Might as well use him. We've got him on loan. Simone Manelli. The Fiorentina loanee. He's coming on for Fishnella for the last just about 10 minutes of the game. See if he can create something for us. So I do fear there's going to be a very late equaliser, possibly here with Nole. Frascatore. Manfran heads it clear. Possible counter-attack opportunity? No. Braccini wins the ball from Bonaperti. Bartolomei shoots well wide. Keep shooting like that and I'll be happy. Every time you get the ball, just shoot like that. Please. Come on, we've not got long to hold off. Almost 5 minutes left. Nico wins the ball for us. Cittadino to Manelli. Maras. Boccolon. Oh my god, how laggy is my game. Boccolon. And terrible shot again. He had just raised his game. His match rating had gone up to 6.7. It's now down to 6.6. Wouldn't be surprised if it decreases further. But Mr. Star player Manuel Maris is on a 7.9. Second best player on the pitch. For us, anyway. Roberto Sabato, obviously, 8.2 rating. Is the best player at the moment, thanks to his first half goal. He's done quite well defensively too, covering a few times. That was a terrible pass. And the ball's played back to Reggiana's goalkeeper. It's Vogli with a chance to play the ball forward. Towards Nole. Back to Bartolomei. Long ball forward towards Armour. Sabato should cover, and he does, and Nordi clears it. Cittadino flicks it on to Maris. Is this a chance for us now? Manelli. Brilliant pass to Bonaperti from Manelli there. Can he cross it? He wins the corner instead. Well done. Great pass from Manelli. More of that, please. So Bonaperti's going to take the corner. It's towards Siri. Siri's got the ball. Tried to play it back to Bonaperti, but he may have just given Reggiana a chance of equalising now with Andrioni on the counter-attack. Long ball forward towards Armour. Nico comes back and covers brilliantly. Plays that back to Nordi. And our goal is safe for now. Nordi with a long ball forward, looking for Boccolon. Boccolon latches onto it. Holds the ball up. Plays it off to Nico. Plays it to Simone Manelli. Through brilliantly to Maras. Can he get a goal? Oh, if only he had a better first touch there. Ball thrown out to Anguli. Oh, he's played a brilliant ball to Nole. This could be an equaliser. Nole over the bar. I was going to do a team talk. I didn't mean to pause it, but whatevs. Goal kick from Nordi. Headed away by the Reggiana defender, Frascatore. So Sosa has got the ball now. Boccolon. Be nice for him to get a goal, considering he's not played very well. Nico. Looking for Bonaperti, but Andrioni intercepted. It's a chance for Reggiana on the counter-attack now. Nole. Sosa's getting back into position. He's covering for the centre-back, and Nole crosses it in, and Armour heads it wide. Thankfully, good covering from Sosa. Just noticed there that he saw that was it Manfran? He saw Manfran was coming across to get the attacker, and Sosa covered brilliantly in centre back. Mogos on the left plays it through. Siri intercept well. Not long left, a couple of seconds. This should be it. There we go, full time. 1-0, probably deserved since the performance we had in the first half, but in the second half we really let them come back into it. Don't know what happened. Glad of the victory though. Manuel Maris, player of the match again. So he overtook Sabato. Oh, he's level with Sabato. Oh, that's unfortunate. It would have been nice for Sabato to get a man of the match. But Manuel Maris, star man, obviously. Nice 1-0 victory, which sends us up to third and level on points with Renat in second, and only 3 points behind Cremonese, who we will be playing in the next episode. See, they drew today against Albino FA, so they're dropping points. So the next episode will be the game against Cremonese. We do just play 3 games offline until we come back for that one. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel to get all my content when it comes out. Feel free to leave a comment below. And thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.